You might have seen plenty of guides about Gilberta now, and one thing you would notice is how she kept getting compared to Ardelia. Personally, I feel like no one has made a proper differentiation between the two, so I think it is time to settle this once and for all. At potential 0, Ardelia and her signature weapon provides a total of 20% susceptibility and 16% arts damage taken for a very long duration. That is a total of 1.39 damage increase in a vacuum. Additionally, she provides a great amount of healing. In a single cycle of Ardelia's combo skill and battle skill, she provides 20 stagger and consumes 100 SP. At potential 0, Gilberta and her signature weapon provides a total of 30 to 42% arts susceptibility for 5 seconds and 24.8 to 36% arts damage increase for a long duration. That is a total of 1.62 to 1.93 damage increase in a vacuum. Additionally, Gilberta can provide a minor amount of healing when fighting against multiple enemies. In a single cycle of Gilberta's combo skill and ultimate, she provides a minimum of 35 stagger and does not consume SP. In most showcases, what you'll immediately notice is that many players focus their damage within the stagger window. That's because the enemy receives 1.3 times more damage when staggered. Gilberta not only provides much more damage amplification than Ardelia, there is also the fact that Gilberta has high amounts of stagger without needing to consume valuable SP. If you didn't know, physical status such as lift and knockdown has a 10 stagger base. Gilberta's combo skill having only 5 stagger is balanced around the fact that it forcibly applies lift that deals 10 stagger. In short, while the majority of operators only deal 10 stagger with their combo skills, Gilberta's can deal 15 stagger at minimum. I say minimum since lift can improve its stagger through arts intensity. Conveniently, Gilberta can also build towards extremely high ultimate efficiency without losing massive amounts of main stat, which means she can easily spam her ultimate while also fulfilling a sub-DPS role, assuming you are willing to invest on her that far. The only advantage of Ardelia over Gilberta is the duration of her susceptibility, which lasts for 30 seconds. This is great for operators like Levatine due to how her ultimate works. Versus multiple enemies, there's just no competition. Gilberta is superior in every single way because all of her attacks are AoE. She can gather enemies, control them, and could contribute a lot of stagger, something Ardelia would never be able to do. In conclusion, as long as you do not demand an insane amount of healing, Gilberta is superior in almost every way than Ardelia. I think it's quite dishonest to simply compare their amplification alone, when clearly Gilberta is designed to help you bring the enemy into a staggered state much faster. And remember, stagger isn't just about the 1.3 damage bonus, it provides extra SP, a high burst of damage through finisher, and a long damage window. However, I will not deny the fact that for a free operator, Ardelia is still great overall. Personally, I think that Gilberta is extremely straightforward to use. You use her battle skill against multiple enemies to group and nuke them at the same time. For bosses, you plan a rotation where Gilberta uses her ultimate right before the moment you stagger the boss, then lay down your nukes. So, in a simple process of elimination, you have 2 routes to go with when building Gilberta. Either you build her with super high ultimate gain efficiency, or further invest into her high stagger capabilities. In short, it will be the Arknights set versus the Swordmancer set. The most meta build for Gilberta uses the Arknights set. It is 100% made for her considering how the stats given aligns with her main and secondary stat. Additionally, it can give a lot of ultimate gain efficiency and provide a team-wide damage increase. Pair the set with a Bone Crucia poncho, and you'll have all 4 gear pieces providing ultimate gain efficiency. This begs the question, how much ultimate gain efficiency is enough? The short answer is, just get as much as you can because content like Umbral Monument exists. In this particular game mode, you enter the fight at 0 ultimate energy. If you really want to fine-tune your Gilberta's ultimate gain efficiency, then we would need to use assumptions. For example, fighting a boss like Rodan would typically end up having Gilberta use your combo skill twice before Rodan gets staggered. A combo skill gives 10 ultimate energy, so 2 casts means 20 energy. Now, it all depends on how many SP you end up using within a 2 combo skill cycle. For example, if you used 400 SP, you gain a total of 26 extra energy, since every 100 SP used gives 6.5 energy. That is a total of 46 energy gain. By having at least 196% ultimate gain efficiency, Gilberta would be able to use her 90 cost ultimate. On a side note, this is why Gilberta doesn't particularly need her signature weapon. Assuming you could only use 300 SP instead, Gilberta would need 228% ultimate gain efficiency. This is within the territory where you'd want Gilberta to use a weapon that gives ultimate gain efficiency. Assuming you could only use 200 SP, Gilberta would need 273% ultimate gain efficiency. This not only requires a full gear set and weapon that gives ultimate gain efficiency, but also a food buff. For reference, the highest Gilberta could reach with food buff is 284% ultimate gain efficiency. You might be wondering, if the most practical amount of ultimate gain efficiency for Gilberta is 228%, is there any reason to go beyond it? Without food buffs, the highest Gilberta could reach is 260%, and it does have a very specific situation where it could apply. Assuming Gilberta could only use one combo skill and use a total of 400 SP, she will have enough energy to use her ultimate. As mentioned earlier, the Arknights set is also a perfect fit for Gilberta's main and secondary stats. So when fully built, Gilberta could act as a sub-DPS. The only time you'd want to use the Swordmancer set for Gilberta is for speedruns, especially when you want to reserve her ultimate rather than using it early. Build it up and use it again after 20 seconds. Gilberta forcibly applying lift status means she can trigger the second set effect without needing to apply a vulnerable stack first. This means that each combo skill could apply a minimum of 30 stagger each, which is a lot. The biggest issue with using the Swordmancer set is that you could only reach 186% ultimate gain efficiency at most with it. You'll be short by 10% efficiency to reach a breakpoint where Gilberta gets enough energy with 2 combo skills and 400 SP used. If you do have a P4 Gilberta, I highly recommend just going for the Swordmancer set instead. It will eliminate Gilberta's sub-DPS potential, but the QOL you get from her improved stagger capabilities is worth the exchange. If you truly want Gilberta to be a sub-DPS without foregoing her supporting capabilities, you can go for the double Link Slab build. If you didn't know, Link Slab is pretty much one of the most broken gear pieces in the game. It provides up to 26.9% main attribute boost, which is a whole separate multiplier. Not to mention, it is very rare, which means if it says 26.9%, then what you see is what you get. You will get an overall 26.9% DPS increase. Then you pair the Link Slabs with Link's Gloves to complete the set since Gilberta can heal to trigger the set effect. Lastly, add Bone Crucia Poncho for more ultimate gain efficiency. With Gilberta's signature and the ultimate gain efficiency from both gloves and armor, Gilberta would reach 196% ultimate gain efficiency, allowing her to cast her ultimate with 2 combo skills and 400 SP used. As already discussed with Gilberta's energy breakpoints, you can definitely reach the 196% efficiency breakpoint without her signature weapon. This allows you to use weapons such as Stanza, but locks you to the Arknights set. However, to reach the 228% and 256% efficiency breakpoint, you will need a weapon like Monaiha or Gilberta's signature. Now that you know how to build and use Gilberta, let's talk about her teammates. Gilberta's strongest damage boost comes from the short debuff applied by her ultimate, which is specifically an art's susceptibility. It only lasts for 5 seconds, which means she is better paired with operators that unleash high amounts of burst damage within seconds, rather than operators who deal high consistent DPS. For example, Last Rite deals massive amounts of arts damage through the combination of her combo skill and ultimate in a very short time span. This makes her pair well with Gilberta. Other examples are Yvonne, Aviwena, Perlika, Wolfguard, and Fluorite. Levitine's ultimate, on the other hand, deals high amounts of DPS within 15 seconds, which is 200% longer than the duration of Gilberta's debuff. Obviously, this is an anti-synergy with Gilberta. Gilberta's combo skill is one of her main sources of vulnerable stacks, which further improves the effects of her ultimate. This means that triggering it on cooldown is extremely important. The most notable pair for Gilberta in this case would be Perlika. Perlika's combo skill forcibly applies electrification, which is an arts reaction, and arts reaction is the trigger condition for Gilberta's combo skill. The trigger condition for Perlika only requires a final strike, and the cooldown matches Gilberta's cooldown. This means that Perlika could help Gilberta use her combo skill on cooldown and maximize the vulnerable stack application. With the help of Perlica in long fights, Gilberta could easily apply 4 vulnerable stacks on her own, which maxes out the art susceptibility coming from her ultimate. You can still use other operators that can apply art's reactions without needing to consume SP. For example, there is Snowshine, Wolfguard, and Arklight, but they are much harder to use. For the 3rd and 4th slot, you just typically add another support that synergizes with the main DPS. If you're looking for a rotation guide for my Perlica, Gilberta, and Snowshine team, that will be explained in another video since I've yet to finalize who truly belongs in the 4th slot. Overall, Gilberta is one of the strongest art support, if not the best one already. Gilberta continues to prove that everything she offers in her kit is extremely effective no matter what the situation is. In the Survive the Gas and Unorthodox Tactics stages, HG showed us that we can have endgame content where we would fight against a zerg of enemies. Gilberta's ability to group enemies was shown to be extremely effective in such stages. In the Rampaging Shields stage, we learned how important it is to CC lock certain enemies. Gilberta forcibly applying lift allows certain arts teams to handle this extremely annoying stage much more easily. You can go ahead and look at the full list of supporter operators right now. You will see that absolutely not a single other support comes close to the amount of stagger that Gilberta could provide without using any SP. Staggering enemies is such an important mechanic in Endfield. A staggered enemy receives 1.3 more damage, allows us to use finishers, regenerate a large amount of SP, and most importantly, they are unable to fight, which gives us a long damage window. In the Survive the Gas stage, Gilberta could easily stagger the Bone Crusher Vanguards, which allows you to kill them easily through finishers, and even generate extra SP from it. Staggering boss-level enemies have greater benefits with how they receive 1.75 more damage from finishers and generate a full SP bar. All of these are things that Ardelia would never be able to do, and yet, somehow, a lot of content creators only keep comparing their amplifications. Even going as far to say that because of Ardelia, there's no reason to get Gilberta. Anyone who clearly understands the game mechanics deeply would automatically see great value in having Gilberta on their roster. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.